Evening. I think I'm live. Pardon any lag. Just checking my audio. You know the routine around here. Yeah, that's me. Awesome. I got audio. I'm live. Just a second here getting all the screens correct on my end. Oh, is that it? Close. Hold on, hold on. Almost there. Closer than I was last time. Okay, yeah, that ought to do it. What's up to hey Chris, how's it going? Hey Arden, how you doing? What's up to Wally if he's there? Uh I know it's not Saturday, so how was your Monday? What's up, John Rogers? How's it going? How's your Monday, holiday Monday? If it was a holiday for you, if you were off work, did you get to enjoy it, or is it just another Monday for you? Oh yeah, like Chris is saying, welcome Frank, please. Just remove your pants and find your seat on the balcony. Don't mind those pants there on the hook. I just left mine off since last stream. We'll say lots of airflow. Yeah, thank you for using the hooks too. We've had hooks up on the walls for how many years now, and nobody uses them. All of the pants go on the floor in a pile, and then they get used. So, yeah, thank you for using the hooks. Oh, great. Chris says all good on my end, audio and video, perfect. All good here doing yard work, John says. Awesome. Yeah, good day for it. Nice and it was a little bit cold out. Like what, 21, 22. Oh, beautiful day here in Pennsylvania. Sweet. Yeah, the only says it's 20. Oh, sorry, 19 Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but it's creeping on a cold for me. And then this isn't anything official. Of course, Frank is off today, but he did say he could go live at some point. I did notice his tweets earlier today. He might be feeling a bit under the weather, so I don't know if he will go live, but that disclaimer is there. If, quite frankly, does go live, then we'll stop this and see what Frank is up to. And in the spirit of that, let me get my notifications turned up a little bit louder. Great. Oh, and also, since it is Monday and I do check out another place on Monday, then we're just gonna make sure to end this pretty much right at 9 p.m. And I want to make sure my notifications are on for that other channel. Okay, nobody else went live. All right, good. Great. All right, on top of things. Oh, hey Lisa, how's it going? How is your Monday? Can't take these Carhartts off yet. On garbage fire pit duty. Because I always have to do everything. I heard that, girl. Oh, Jenna, how's it going? How's your Monday? Yeah, hope you all had a nice laborless day. LOL, like she said. Yeah, pretty easy going day. Well, I did wake up hella early for no reason at like 5:30, something like that. Sometimes I can get back to bed, sometimes I can't. Couldn't today. And yesterday I sort of had to make a decision about whether or not to even use any more of the Cultivate Elevate, which one to use. I was kind of going back and forth. And then today sort of made me decide when I woke up at 5:30. I'm like, well, let me pop one of these pearl powder pills. because that's how you take the pearl powder. It says it can make you sleepy. You take it at night. I always pass out, so I will nod out, wake up in the middle of the night, take it then. So what I will do is I will be taking them. Well, the recommended dosage is two every night. I'm going to take one every other night because yes, I would like to sleep more, but I really do need my eyes to heal since, like I was saying at the last show, if I do go to the theater to see Joker 2, I'm going to need to be able to see it. I'm going to need to be able to drive to it. In the spirit of that, let me start taking it now and see what my eyes are like in roughly a month from today. So I will stick with that for the next couple of months. Seems like see how that goes, see what that does for the insomnia, and I'll let you know how far that flies. As powerful as that stuff is, just taking two every night, I'm sure I will feel some effect after a week. So I'm not too worried about that. I just don't know how hard it's going to hit me. Chris, yeah, today must have been a really good day for giving birth since it's Labor Day. Now, what you will see around this time of year and earlier is a lot of Virgos who are named Leo. And I'm sure just it was just the son that the mom or whoever thought the child was going to be born in Leo and was too stubborn to consider a second name. So you have a lot of like Virgo actors named Leo, and you look them up, and they're not Leos. Something else about Leos, I noticed this back when I worked in gas stations. Leos will get tattoos of scorpions. Scorpion rules Scorpio. Scorpios will get tattoos of lions, and lion rules Leo. I don't know why just those two signs, but I noticed it enough to recognize the pattern. Ah, Jenna, yeah, Dr. Lisa Weidman, I might be pronouncing that wrong. Eye doctor said carnivore diet will fix many eye conditions. Awesome. Yeah, so if everybody just wants to send me steak, I do want to honestly get the PO box going for next year. By next year, I mean next month because somebody has made a shirt for me and they said they made it and I'm like, cool, hang on to it. And then they showed me a picture of it and it's so awesome. It's like a white V-neck shirt like Frank wears and it looks like it's a small so it would fit me, but it's got like all these different patches on it, like it's got like all this quite frankly like on sort of like on the chest here, and then it's got like the logo with the pants off Uncle Sam and all that's on it, and some other quite frankly stuff. It's so cool, it's so awesome. So I do want to get that going. That is so cool, and when I do get that, I would put it on for it just so you can see it. And what's up, Beastwood? How's it going? How's Monday? I was looking into the history of glass bottle trees. Is that like when somebody has like it's like a giant glass container and there's an actual tree growing inside of it? Yeah, Jenna, that is you. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah. So that is I do have that planned. It's now that I'm looking at the date, we are in September. I kind of feel the rush to the end of my year because it's almost upon us. Upon me, I should say, but we're friends, so you get to feel the effects. Chris says, I'm a Sagittarius and then I'm a walking band billboard. Yeah, yeah, you have to self promote. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, again, I'm glad it is a little bit cooler today. Do not want a cold September like last year. It would be nice if it did what it usually does. And can you just please wait until right after New Year's Day and then get cold? That way it will be cool for the week that I go live when Frank is off looking for Bigfoot. Yeah, Lisa, fellow Sagittarius. Say that to Chris. Awesome. Jenna says it looks like a tree with branches, and you blue bottles, hang blue bottles on the branches. I think I've seen what you're saying now that you're saying it. Hey Dandy, how's it going? How's Monday for you? Yeah, what was closed? No, I ugh, I cannot stand that. Anytime I'll plan on going out, yeah, I've got a whole list of stuff to do and places to go, and then it's a effing holiday. It's like, oh, I'll stay home. Beastwood, everything seems strange at this moment. Like the past week, yeah, been getting strange vibes in the atmosphere. Yeah, same. We were just talking about, I don't know if you were at the Saturday show, but the 28th, when it was Mercury retrograde, was no longer an issue. It felt like there was some extra gravity around, just like the extra energy, like everything was coming in full force, kind of strong. It's slightly going away, evening out, maybe I should say. It's feeling more like Virgo, if that makes sense to you. Dandy, I stayed in all day. Yep, same. I don't know about you, but I can sort of like when the sun is like in a goes in from one sign to the next to the next. I can it feels differently to me. So Pisces felt one way, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, where we're at now. I do like Capricorn. Have not been able to enjoy it the last 2 years. If I don't get to enjoy it this year, I will go off. And then I couldn't enjoy Aquarius either. I like Aquarius. We'll see. Next year should be better. I feel it when the CMEs hit Earth. Ooh, I bet. Oh, the sky was beautiful today. Good. It was too bright for me to look outside. Well, I did once, and then I regretted it. Now, I know I'm getting to be, I'm the type where I think I feel this, I just don't pay attention to it, but when because the moon stays in each sign for about 2 or 3 days. So I'm sure if I started paying attention to that, I could just start feeling it and then not pay attention to it because my body would pick up on it. I don't know if I want to get into that. I have to pay attention to enough stuff as it is. I don't know if that's going to help me or make me more OCD. Oh, Jenna, 71 in Eastern PA. Yeah, that's got to be right around what it is here. If if 24 Celsius is 75 Fahrenheit, which is perfect, then yeah, that sounds right. Oh, Chris, all this talk makes me want to listen to the song This is the Dawning of the Age of Aquarius. Yeah. Oh, Beastwood got some amazing picks today. Awesome. Good. It'll get darker out and I'll think, oh, it's going to rain. It's like, wait, what if it's just clouds? What if I look at it and it hurts my eyes? Do I feel like grabbing my sunglasses to look outside? Nope. I will just guess what it looks like. Oh, and smash the like button if you haven't already. You know how YouTube goes. Why was that? Oh, nothing. Oh, Danny's saying Cleveland Air Show was this weekend. Blue Angels kept flying over my house. Super loud, but really cool. Yeah. Shut up! Oh, that's awesome. Ah! Jenna. I go back to work on Thursday. Ugh. Well, at least we're not near Thursday. And if you're like me, days seem twice as long. So that's 2, 4. That's like 4 days. Never been to an air show. I mean, I've seen the air. I've never like sat outside and just looked at the sky like eating popcorn. Have not done that. Nike Air like Ronnie Radke. You're not a vampire, but you feel like one. You sleep all day because you hate the sun. It's like the moon is on fire. Why is everything so hot? No, you really do want to use as much of the sun as you can for like natural light and natural heat. Uh, and to if you are able to like line dry your clothes, I'm sure that's nice. Ever been to an air show or concert? I've been to a couple concerts. They were inside. I've never been to an outside concert. Beastwood, yeah, the sun saps your energy. At least it does me if I stay out too long. Yeah, the sun sucks the life right out of me. I mean, even when I'm all covered up. Is that on? That's on. It's a warm 60 degrees plus Fahrenheit, sunny with huge billowing cumulus clouds to the east of me. Ooh, that sounds pretty. Crystal, oh hey, how's it going? Say this channel wasn't as easy as it should have been to find. Oh, I gotta work on that because people look me up like, well, what YouTube YT Studio, the app says people look me up as. Like they look up Nikki M, they look up Nikki and Blood, which sounds like a Game of Thrones spinoff. Um, like Nikki and something else. I'll have to, it like changes every week. I'll need to get a hold on that. I need to really get on the hashtag thing because on one hand YouTube's like this barely works, don't use it. But on the other hand, people are like use hashtags, they work. So I do need to work on that since there are literally 1,000 other channels that are just Nikki M. You know, some have profile pics, some don't. I don't know what those chicks do. I couldn't link my own channel when I was just Nikki M because it would take you to some other chick. I was like, well, hold on, hold on. And but getting a handle on that. Sorry, Crystal. I'm glad you found me though. You're not the only person to complain. Rock on the Range at Crew Stadium in Columbus 2013. Only outdoor venue festival concert I went to. Chris is saying, awesome. John Rogers, I saw the Beast Boys in '85 outdoor concert. You got to be, or the, yeah, Beach Boys. You got to be outside for that. Is your YT link on your X profile might be easier to find from X? I do have my YouTube linked on X, and I have my X Twitter linked on YouTube. Trying to think. I do have a list of places that I have like YouTube and Twitter linked up to. Since I'm on so much social media, I'm not gonna remember, so I'm just keeping on a list. Uh, don't have access. Go through doorknob security. Okay, that's cool. Speaking of finding the channel, since yeah, okay, I'm just gonna jump around a bit. Since I was on Twitch last week watching the show, and there are Franklies that watch on Twitch, and that's, you know, sort of the only place I can see them. So we were just talking about things we can only talk about on Twitch, and then I'm realizing some of those folks don't have a multitude of accounts like I do. And I did mention I have a show, and they were interested, and you know, they might watch, and they just can't, you know, comment and like and things like that. If they don't have an account, that's fine. Uh, but with that in mind, since I do have a Twitch, I was thinking this before. I'm thinking about it harder now, but about simulcasting on Twitch, just because that would be another way for some other Franklies who don't do the YouTube thing to catch my show. Don't know if I can do it from the laptop, but that is something that I have had in mind for a little while now. Since I do like Twitch, I like the Twitch experience. So I do have that planned. I knew I was not going to just stay on YouTube forever. I was going to branch out. So if and when I do, I am definitely looking towards Twitch. Arden says, I think that's how I found your channel through me on Twitter. Yeah, awesome, great. Eastwood, damn, John, I was in middle school when you were at the concert. Oh man, 1985. You should have been watching Back to the Future and The Breakfast Club and Clue and lots of good movies came out in 1985. Oh, damn, yeah, Chris. So I was just gonna go look on Twitch. Yeah, maybe I should put on Twitch my streaming schedule for YouTube to try to. I'll take a look at that. Oh, Dandy, awesome. I signed up for Twitch last week. Super easy. Damn straight. Yeah, I noticed you in there. And then you can change your well, you can customize the color of your handle on Twitch from your phone, but if you want to change the way it's typed as far as capitalization goes, for that you have to go through the actual website. And you can do that on your phone. Just go to like the website on your phone, not through the app. You can find it, or like I had to use the was going to call it a tablet, the laptop to do that, but this was back in like 2020. It's been a few years. Oh, Jenna, I was a new mother in 1985. Aw, oh, congrats. And so was Frank's mom. Aw. Crystal, yeah, Twitch is the most like YouTube. It's so easy. It is super easy. It's for me, it's the easiest place to type in like my critiques about that place are very small. Like one, no avatar. I did not realize that until I'd been there for almost a week. There's no avatar. Instead of where your avatar is, it's like we have nothing, or like since I'm a moderator there, it gives me a little sword. But no avatar, so no purple top hat. And when it tags people, it hurts. It is because I use dark mode, so you get tagged, and it's like a white box with black letters inside. It's not like the orange here, which is easier on the eyes. So like that hurts. But you get everybody's name is color coordinated. You can have your handle any color. And back when I was telling people that, I think it was last year when I was over there, or whenever I was in there, when I did the chat room tour, whenever it was, I told people that, so everybody's changing the color of their names, and I'm sitting back and looking at all the colors and everything. It's like purple, blue, green, just a few reds and oranges. I'm like, how come we all chose like cool colors, not warm colors, but cool colors? It was cute. Great minds. And then the fun with that happens is like sometimes people will comment and like you get like red handles, orange handles, yellow handles, green, blue, like you get like a rainbow of handles. It doesn't happen all the time. It happens sometimes. It's just kind of cute. Jenna, yeah, Pretty in Pink. Were my favorite movies to watch. Yeah, Pretty in Pink is fun. I like that one. That the one with Andrew McCarthy. That might be 16 Candles. I don't care. Whichever one that man was in. He bears a resemblance to Angus McFadden, who I am wild about, and Andrew McCarthy can also act. Very easy on the eyes. Last I knew, he held up well. He was on some episodes of Law and Order, Law and Order, Criminal Intent. So like 20 years ago, he was still hot back then. Read the chat room. Oh, Restreamio will make it easy to multi-stream. Chris is saying, yeah, thank you. Yeah, eventually I'm gonna have to branch out with stuff like that. Thank you. Can you believe the Brat Pack now reference Brat dolls? I cannot. Molly Ringwald, yeah, she's still hot. I saw pictures of her from like this year. I just scrolling through Tumblr that she's held up very well. And since I brought up the Breakfast Club, uh, Judd Nelson, oh my God, John Bender, dude is too hot. His hair in that movie. The first time I saw that movie, and the one with Andrew McCarthy, I'm like, hold up, I'm not a pervert. I never Googled birthdays so fast. Like, these men better be at least 18 because I'm not a pervert. And they were, so I'm okay. It's all right. It's okay. They're over 18. You can look at them. The Breakfast Club is so good. And I swear it's on one of these streaming services. It's probably Tubi because that's got the, obscure stuff. But I swear it's on there. Judd is an arse IMO. Yeah, yeah, I have. I mean, well, he's a Sagittarius, so you got to take the bad with the good. And then wasn't he in like Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back? He was in one of those movies. He's like a cop or a sheriff or something like that. It's like, why does this guy look so familiar? Then the credits roll. It's like, that's Judd Nelson. He aged. Still good looking. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, yeah. Chris is saying the Breakfast Club had Anthony Michael Hall as a nerd. Then he was the bully in Edward Scissorhands. Funniest thing ever, big character change. Yeah, yeah. Like what the kid who was in trouble for whatever he got in trouble for in the movie. Like this scrawny guy, and now he's. That's what I love. There's another actor that kind of was like slim and then kind of bulked up. Garrett Dillahunt. If you watch him in Deadwood, he's like just slimmer. But then when you watch him in Fear the Walking Dead, you can tell he put on some muscle. It's just more power to him. Jenny, yeah, I've watched a little bit of the behind the scenes for the Breakfast Club. She's saying I watched behind the scenes for some of those movies. Pretty cool. Yeah, it is cute to see like interviews, like from the 80s. Everybody's all young and nervous and not used to being interviewed. Those are always fun. Go back and watch interviews of like Carrie Fisher after the first Star Wars came out. It's so cute. They're, the interviewers sitting there asking her, well, how has your life changed since all this Star Wars stuff? It must be crazy. Da, 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 da. She's like, well, I have nicer furniture now. I mean, just practical. I can respect that. Oh yeah, Anthony Michael Hall, Emilio Estevez. Yeah. Yeah, Anthony Hall is handsome now and a great personality. Great. Yeah, Chris Emilio. Yeah, those guys are fun. They never did anything bad to me. I knew somebody at a buddy who every time I brought up Michael J. Fox, this guy was just about him. It's like, what did Marty McFly do to you? I don't know. I don't care. Like how who did he? I just no. You can't hate on that man. What did he honestly do to you? Considering what he has to live with now. And then if you ever get a chance, I've got some saved, but if you ever get a chance to watch the crew from Back to the Future, because they do like panels and like they'll have it varies which actors are there, but they're always pretty good if the audio's good. If the audio's not good, it's hard to sit through. You can't hear anything, and you just hear the audience coughing. You can't hear the actors on the stage, but some of them are better. They are worth checking out. Oh, did he really? Chris is saying Michael J. Fox played in a movie with Joan Jett, and he's good in my book. John Rogers, I say Emilio was best in Maximum Overdrive. That is one I have not seen. You know those movies like you keep hearing about them, you just have not gotten around to seeing them. I have not seen Emilio Estevez in a movie in a very long time. I hope he's doing okay. Again, you know, like these actors, like you don't hear from them for like a while, but you never hear about them like getting into trouble or stirring up drama. You know, it's just like they go to work, they go home, just which is how it should be. We don't need to know every celebrity's opinion about everything. I mean, put it on your social media. We don't need it on the news. Maximum Overdrive had a soundtrack for that movie that banged hard. AC/DC's album Who Made Who, Chris is saying. Cool. Oh, Patrick, how's it going? Let's see. How is your, let's see, it's a Tuesday for you. Well, how was your Monday? That's appropriate. Can I move this over? Yeah, just a bit. Yeah, just taking it easy. Just gonna make sure nothing made a sound. Okay. John just said he still has it on cassette tape. Whoa. The first time I ever saw an 8 track in real life, uh, trying to think of the name of the city. I think it's in North Olmsted, Ohio. It's a store called Half Price Books. Don't know if it still exists. It should. And that's what they had, half price books. They had, brand new stuff, half price. But another thing they did was like they would take old books, old CDs, records, 8 tracks, DVDs. So they had, secondhand stuff there, so you could get it for cheap. It's kind of like we have the exchange. I know I've brought that up before. It's all secondhand stuff. And that they check it. It's good quality. I went there. I went ham one day and got like $200 some of Judy Garland films, and honestly, only one of them was messed up. It was cracked, and I didn't notice that until I popped it in and it wouldn't play. I was like, huh, well maybe it's dirty. Let me take it out, flip it over. I was ready to wipe it off with something. I was like, oh, but it was like $6, and it's as the clouds roll by. It's on YouTube, so it's not that big of a loss. But they do have good quality, like CDs, things like that. If it's messed up, you can swap it out for the same thing. They're good about that kind of a thing. But they had, in the back, they've got like records. They might have some 45s, which creep me out. Can't look at those. But then they had, DVDs, CDs, tapes, and then what are these things next to, audio tapes, audio cassettes? Pull it out. Like, what am I looking at? This must be an 8 track. Wow. Don't even know what an 8 track player looks like, but and so this was, what year is it now? Well, let's say like 15 years ago. Danny, I had an 8 track in my first car too. Ah, LOL. That's cool. Gotta have the music in the car. Chris is saying that introduced me to my first 8 track. You might still have it. Rock and roll. Over by Kiss. Nice. Like, as much as I like the idea of having vinyl, if I had the space for it, I never, I mean, rarely do I just listen to a CD as it was printed and put on the shelves. If I listen to an album, I'm listening to like remixes of songs, or just or extended versions of the song, or say a track that had uh, um, a singer featuring another artist without that other artist, stuff like that. So it kind of wouldn't do me any good to have it unless I would like to get this actual record of the Judy Garland live in concert, April 23rd, 1961. Is that correct? Yeah. Love this fucking album. It's two CDs, so I know it would be two records. I say that, but then I know that the record does not have everything that the CD has. I don't know. It would be fun though to have like because I do listen to Born This Way, Lady Gaga. It has Hair and The Edge of Glory, like something like that. Because I do have the CD, I would listen to the whole record of it. But since we're not bound by the constraints of like just CDs, just records, since I do have access to thousands of remixes, I listen to those. Patrick had a few jars, fell asleep. Apologies. No worries. That is okay. Lisa, my first 8-track and handheld player was Sergeant Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Dad's birthday gift for me when I turned 11. Aw, that's sweet. Yeah, man, had to have a Walkman, and then when the CDs came out, had to have a Discman. Jenna, I had an X account for many years, and then I got slammed with bad girls. Not sure how it happened. I deactivated my account and started a new one. Anyone else have issues? Ugh. The one thing I have had happen that's weird lately, and by lately I mean within the last like week or so, since I've been tweeting out about Frank and Jim Zell being on Miss Shorty, I've gotten a few more followers. And I'm like, okay, cool. But I don't really get a lot of followers very often. So I go and check because you have to look out for this on all platforms. What if they're bots? So I go and look, and it's maybe like four new people. They all seem to be chicks, but I can't tell if they're bot accounts, which I will, block, or if they're like real people. So and it was like I was getting a new subscriber like every day or a new follower every day. So I'm like, okay, that's weird. I'm not putting out content every day. Why are these chicks finding me every day? So that made me suspicious. So I'm keeping an eye on that. Yeah, Chris, yeah, records of such a warm sound, much thicker than MP3s. Yeah, I was having a conversation with somebody about records versus like digital media, and they were giving me their opinion, and the whole time I was thinking this, so I answered right back. I'm like, you know what it is? It's records have a soul to them that a CD, streaming just does not have. He's like, yep, that's exactly what it is. Because you listen to it, it gets the scratches and the bumps and the clicks and the. I haven't actually listened to a proper record since the '80s, so I'm recalling from memory, but I remember what that's like. Dandy, yeah, 171 subs getting up there. I know, like one day I could have 200 subs. Who knows? I don't know when, but it could happen. I don't know how to act because I used to get nervous when I had like 118 subs. It's like, okay, what do I have to do to not piss off 18 people and get back down to 100 subs? And then somewhere I got up to like 150. It's like, that's a lot. That's a ton of people. I don't know, like, what's going to happen. It's really going to pop off when I start busting out the content, I promise. Jenna, yeah, the girls who subbed to me never posted. Yeah, and I always look for the date that they joined, and a lot of people like they just joined this year. So it's like, okay, maybe they're just getting onto Twitter, or could be a bot. So I gotta kind of like look through their what they've posted so far and just judge it for myself. I just don't want I don't want to have like 100,000 subscribers on Twitter and have all of them except 70 people be bots. I don't want that the fake numbers. Chris is saying Dad's first 8-track was my first kiss. An 8-track intro. Interesting. Okay, yeah, John Rogers saying records are a deeper tone. Digital sounds tinny. Huh. I really do now want to listen to records of all the albums I like just to listen for the difference. Dandy, I think I was one of the first 5. LOL. Yeah, I think you were. Because before I had any content at all, I had like 54 subscribers. But then I've had this account since 2011, since September 2011. And I don't know why any of those people subscribed. I know when I started dropping content, I lost some subscribers because I get it. You know, some people just don't want content in their feed. But yeah, so and like I know some of those had to have been Franklin's, don't get me wrong, but it's wild. Jenna, yeah, my account is new because of bots. Yeah, Jenna, yeah, I did follow you on X, cause you messaged me and it's like, wait, this is Jenna. Her handle doesn't say Jenna. That's okay. People don't use the same name everywhere. Follow. Records have big bottom. Yes, a Spinal Tap reference. LOL. Chris, I get that reference. Oh, cool. Jenna said I got my YouTube link for me and the Quite Frankly stream. Cool. Yeah. I worry about doing that. I don't want to fill up Frank's chat room with my stuff. So I try not to drop it in there too much. But I'm glad you did find the channel. I just got to work out maybe the hashtag thing to get more people directed to this channel. Because if you do just type in Nikki M, you're gonna have to scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll. And I'm sure those chicks are younger than me. They're just copying my handle. That's all right. There is no other Nikki M. Carlin anywhere. If you find that name, that's me. This name did not exist before June 9th of this year. And if it did, I am retroactively claiming it. Yeah, so this was a fun, a different kind of week. Uh, that we're kind of used to. Well, I'll back up a bit and say, let me just go back to Monday. This feels like it was so long ago. Just looking at a calendar here. Yeah, I can't believe this was a week ago, but August 26th, Monday, Rich was going to be on, and then Frank had a second guest. And so it got to be like 10, 15, 20 minutes into the show. And somebody in the chat room's like, isn't Rich supposed to be on? Like, did I miss him? We're like, no, he just has not come on yet. And then Frank's like, well, I don't know where he is. And then later on, he's like, well, maybe he got the time mixed up. And then I remembered Rich is in a different time zone. I forget which, he's in the wrong time zone. I think it's just an hour behind, but Frank was right because then Rich shows up after 8 o'clock or at 8 o'clock, and he's like, "Oh, my wife was just telling me I have to go to Quite Frankly, and I was telling her no, it's not until." And so he was just a time zone thing. He'd mess up the time. So Rich shows up. He didn't have his picture on. That was odd. Maybe there wasn't time. So Rich shows up and he does his whole thing in maybe 20 minutes. And somebody even said Rich is talking fast. It's like, yeah, I mean, kind of. He does normally talk a little bit slower, but he has a fast paced guy. One of his parents was a hummingbird. Don't know which one. So I was just thinking that was a Rich Barris speed run, any percent. It was a good interview though. He got everything he needed to say in there. It seems like they got through what they needed to say in time. Chris, just be like Gene Simmons. You created breathing, trademark it. LMAO. Yeah, yeah, Patrick. It's Labor Day. Um, it's hmm. I know Chris Ann Hall posted something about it, but it's mostly this is just there was a local town that has a festival. This is sort of like the last, for the time of year, it's the last time you can really go to an outdoor festival without running the risk of being just too damn cold. Like it gets to be Halloween and, oh, can the kiddies even trick or treat? It's cold. There could be snow. I don't even know if they have trick or treating anymore. That's just from my own childhood. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. I mean, I wouldn't have like try to say order food from a place. Oh, we're it's Labor Day. We're closed. So I thought it was going to be a regular week, quite frankly. And Monday really was. It was just a normal kind of day. Let me plug this in. Hopefully it doesn't freeze. We'll find out. Still have movement. Fantastic. All right. Let's see if I can make it a little bit lighter. Oh, I can't tell if that helped or not. Let's watch me struggle to find the middle of this shirt. Anyway, that'll be fine. So regular Monday, just go to the show, just thinking it's gonna be a normal week, end of August, just plain normal, whatever. Go through Monday, it's just fine. Tuesday, that day, just a normal Tuesday, just going about things, waiting for the show to come on at 7 p.m. It was getting close to 4. So you know me, I was waiting for Grace Still Plays to upload. Well, I throw my bobby pin on the floor. And I was standing up. I don't know what I was doing, but I was standing up. And I'll remember that because I was basically, I would have this pushed back. I was standing up and I had to throw my phone down roughly in this area because what had happened was 4 p.m. Waiting for my Grace Still Plays YouTube notification chime to go off. I don't hear that sound. Instead, I hear the Twitter sound. Okay, well, Gray never tweets at 4. He will tweet like 45 minutes to an hour after his video drops. And those are like he'll tweet even if a video doesn't drop on time. So, but it's never a 4 p.m. tweet. It's a 4 p.m. video upload. Entirely different chime sounds. Didn't hear YouTube. I heard Twitch. Who's tweeting at 4 p.m.? WTF. Maybe it's Gray. Maybe it's Frank. Who knows? So I look at my phone, and all I see in all caps is, well, what my brain read was no show. Let me actually look at this if I can find it. It was, I freaked out so bad. What day was this? Did I retweet it? I don't remember what day that was. Yeah, okay, good God. Yeah, no show on at YouTube. That's all I saw at first. Now, mind you, this is Tuesday, 4 p.m. 3 hours before a show would go on, and there I am reading no show. I didn't even take in the on. All I read was no show YouTube. So for a second, I thought, I gotta go live in 3 hours. I mean, I could have done it. I could have done it. Don't get. There was enough time to um set things up. There was not enough time to iron the sheet, but it would have been enough time to set things up and do a show. But I was still freaking the fuck out because I thought no show at all. So that's me going live for the whole rest of the week. That's what I thought at first. So I dropped everything. Like, I know that is not what I just read. Girl, take a breath. So I did. But it says no show on YouTube for a week. And then I calmed down because that just does mean Frank is still coming on live. I just oh my God. It's one thing to find out, like maybe I would have to, Frank comes on a Monday, say he's going to be off Tuesday. Okay, then, like, yeah, I can scramble and iron and get things up. But to, like, find out I've got 3 hours and got to go live for the rest of the week, that's what I was thinking at first. Lost my shit. It within 30 seconds, I calmed down. It was just no show for a week. Received a classically vague strike for manipulated video from Friday night show. Appeal will no doubt be rejected by the time I publish this tweet. And again, okay, that was at 3:59 p.m., but I got it at 4 p.m. So completely lost my shit for a while, and then I calmed down and realized what it said, and oh my God. So yeah, all that meant was like, okay, yes, there is still a show, but it's not going to be on YouTube. Gotta pause here because what's up, Dragon Sage? How's it going? How's your Monday? Yeah, Monday. Still Monday. Great. Oh, Jenna, yeah, can't believe summer is over. Yeah, it went by. It still feel. I mean, I know it's technically fall. No, wait, it isn't. No, wait. It happens in Libra. No, it is summer still. Technically, still summer. Uh, September is an odd kind of a month because like it feels like fall, it can feel like summer. It kind of doesn't know what it wants to be, like it changes its mind every year. I like September just fine, but it is odd for that. It feels like it should be proper fall, but it's technically summer. That's what it is. Our last car show is this coming weekend. Aw, car shows are fun. I like looking at old cars. Hell yeah, Dragon Sage, I'm having a great lazy day off. I slept in, did shrooms last night. F yes, you had a great time. That is cool. I like that. Okay, so this is why everybody should have at least two other platforms to go to just in case Frank is not on YouTube because this does happen. Well, it used to happen. It was like one year, it was like May, June, July, August. Right in the middle of each of those months, Frank got a copyright strike. So we just were accustomed to watching the show elsewhere for a week, once a month. And then, again, they did that last September. We were off for a month. Sorry, a week, came back. And then Frank had the 1K sub where he's still sitting at. Very cool. Oh, awesome. Danny just stepped out on the to check out the balcony. Looks great, Nikki. Excellent. Yeah, I will be right up there with you in about an hour. Scott, how's it going? Yeah, I feel like we didn't really get a summer this year. I kind of feel that way too. Feel a little bit just screwed out of a proper summer. Dragon Sage, time is speeding by. I do feel that. Cruising by the bay, that's what it is, John Rogers is saying. Yeah. And the shrooms are microcosm capsules with lion's mane. Hey, if it's a pill, I like that. I am all about a pill. It was odd though because the like when a show's going to be live and it says upcoming, that was still up there for quite frankly. So the chat room was still open. But Frank had a pinned message in there saying the show will not go live. Watch us on another place. Sorry for the inconvenience. And maybe people don't notice that. People might have thought it was a joke. So I had Tuesday, I had Twitch open on one side. I had the YouTube chat room open on the other side. Just to be in there, just to guide people to, like, just to let them know, hey, that's not a joke. Frank tweeted about this. It's not going to be live. We'll be back next Tuesday, but until then, go to elsewhere. And I was directing people to Twitch because that's where I was. And a lot of people have their own preferred places to watch. Some people go to Pill, they go to Rumble, they go to D Live. So, again, wherever you're most comfortable, wherever your friends are, go there. And some people wanted to chat in the YouTube chat room, and I understand that, but at the same time, it's like, well, you got to understand it's not going to be like this for the rest of the week. We're not going to have just a YouTube chat room to chat in, and then Frank's live somewhere else. He won't be able to announce that he's going live for the rest of the week, so it was just a 1 day thing. And I noticed I'd been in there for an hour, so I'm like, well, I might as well just stick through the whole show. So I kept them both open the whole time, which is not bad. That other room was not busy. People would pop in every once in a while, like, hey, where's Frank? Checking my watch. And it's like, no, it's, YouTube's just being YouTube. It's tradition, so gotta watch somewhere else for a week. And it is tough when we first had to start doing that. It is tough to get used to other platforms. Now it's old hat. Now I've been to most of them, if not all of them, at least once. And of course, I have accounts there and follow Frank on all of those accounts as well. Uh, it's tough to get used to, but you do need to get used to it if you're going to be a fan of the show because of YouTube, just being YouTube. Moving something behind the camera here. It is what it is. It's not bad. And then once you do get used to going to another room, you get used to those other Franklies there. Maybe some of the YouTube Franklies are there as well. And if not, you get to meet other Franklies you would never have spoken to otherwise. So it's not all bad. Jenna, yeah, it's nice to watch QF on other platforms, but still chat on YouTube. Yeah, that is true. I do I do want to get back into the habit of having two chat rooms open because I used to do that for over a year, 2 years, however long I did that. I really only stopped. Well, they got rid of Theta, and then I forget what other chat room I was chatting on, but literally after every comment, if I said something, if somebody else had something, I had to hit the scroll down button to see the next comment. That was maddening. Absolutely retarded. I've never been in a chat room. No other chat room does that. Not the worst chat room I've been in, but no other chat room does that. Small room, so it wasn't too bad, but that is unnecessary. Dragon Sage, I like to sit outside and use my phone. I would love to sit outside on my phone, but it's so bright out I can't see the screen. Jenna, yeah, I don't want a bunch of new handles for other platforms. Just do what I did and use the exact same name on every single platform. I didn't even get them all. I didn't get Reddit and uh I think I've got to update my Instagram. But other than that, it only takes an entire day, and emailing pilled back and forth to get your handle correct, which I should be able to do on my own, but they did it. They did it. More power to them for that. I will give them that. They got my capital L in there and Carlin. So yeah, I went over to Twitch's backup chat room as of now, since it's like I was getting used to it back in 2020 with another. I was watching a lot of Batchy would go live playing Grand Theft Auto, so I would watch him, and that's how I got used to Twitch. And then like later that year or the next year, we were not on YouTube a lot, so it's like, okay, this is old hat. I know what I'm doing here. Got everything set up the way I need. It only took about a month of going there, but I got used to it. Got everything looking pretty the way I wanted to. Dandy would see my phone would be too small to chat and watch Frank on. Bad eyes. LOL. I use my laptop for the longest time. Not this phone, but it was just a phone and a wireless keyboard, and that's how I was doing the chat room in like 2018. So I mean, my eyes were better back then. It is doable. It's a bit intense because I could only see about 7 comments. It's the same way Pilled is. You can only see about 7 comments at a time. But you can't, use your thumbs and type as much as I do in the Quite Frankly chat room. So you do need to have the wireless keyboard. But that works just as well. If that's all you have, that works just fine. But it does help to have you'll see more of the chat room. So like do put it on a bigger device. If you have a laptop, if you have a tablet, if you have anything bigger, do use that. It's going to be better for your eyes in the long run. Arden, I do like the YouTube chat. It's just better than the other platforms. Yeah, YouTube chat does have a lot going for it. Jenna, I use my PC for chatting. Yeah. See? Oh, John Rogers is saying Frank accidentally released the treasure chest on D Live about halfway through the show on Friday. Oh, what does that mean? I haven't been on D Live enough to know what does everybody get treasure? Everybody walks out wearing like rings and crowns and necklaces. Oh, Crystal's saying I use my phone and have fat thumbs. It's all keyboard, so it sucks. Yeah, I'm really good for hitting the space bar instead of like any of the letters that are above the space bar. I will just hit space instead. So like no B's, no N's, no V's. Looks like I was like freezing and like trying to type with my thumbs. Like who typed that? Oh, I did. I'm the one holding the phone. Son of a. So that's why it's intense whenever Frank goes live for his coffee streams because I can pull it up on my phone and see everybody chatting. I can't chat there, but it has the heart emoji, which I'm not looking at that satanic stuff on my screen. So there I am pulling everything out, plugging everything in, getting basically everything set up except for the camera. Turn on the light, turn on the TV, put on my hat because it's too damn bright. And then I go to that show, and then my eyes hurt for the rest of the day because it's before noon. Danny, I have drunk fingers some nights. Right. Yeah, same, Crystal. Yeah, I use a lot of backspace. I have drunk fingers as well. Some nights it feels like every other letter I'm hitting backspace. Like I not know English anymore? Did I forget? Oh, okay. John Rogers saying lemons, which is like money, like the gold pills on pilled. Okay. Yeah, I'll find out next year, maybe when I'm in the chat room over on Pilled and D Live and all the rest of them. So yeah, get you a backup chat room, and then I don't know how you guys do things. I way back, before I met you guys, and I was getting accounts on other platforms. I always, use the same top hat, use the same name, just to keep things consistent. Some people don't do that though. I would say to use a similar name across platforms so we can recognize you. Because I cannot remember anybody's second name. I know Patrick. I know like a handful of people, and I am sorry I can't remember everybody's second and third handles. I just can't. So it is like, yes, you are, quite frankly, yes, you're just in a different chat room, but you do feel like you're standing in front of a bunch of strangers because you don't know if you know these people because they've got different names. And then if you're like me last year on Rumble for the week, I had to ask people every single day who they were because I could not remember. I wasn't being cute. I just could not remember from day to day. Pilled has the worst mobile chat. John Rogers is saying, I believe that's true. Isn't Pilled one of them? You can't pause the video at all. Like it just plays and plays and plays. Doesn't matter if you're in church or whatever. It's just gonna play. You got to exit out of the app. Crystal, yeah, I don't like D Live or Pilled chat. I just can't. Yeah. I go to QFTV, I just listen. Yeah, if I go to QFTV, that's where I don't go to like Pilled or Foxhole. I go to QFTV. Well, back when I was doing when we had the 1 hour chat room, I would have to pull a Pilled and then I would be chatting in Gilded. And then D Live, like there are good people on D Live, but actually using the platform itself is rather clunky. And then just like the black and white. I mean, I like my swarm pills. I like bees. There's nothing wrong with yellow, but it's just too much. I don't know. It's not the worst though. There's good people there. That yellow was kind of hard on the eyes. Dandy, I always keep my name the same. Oh, good. I can find you. Same. Jenna, yeah, I'm Joyride on X. Cool. I like that. They both start with a J. I can remember that. See, like something like that. Anytime anybody else has Jenna, oh, D-Live gifts make me crazy. Cannot stand those animations. That just burns up energy on your device and gives you eye strain. Aw, oh, Chris is saying I'm back. Had to give my kiddos their love before bed. Had to vet my second oldest hype for his third day of school. Oh, nice. Cool. Yeah, more power to him. I remember being excited to go to school. John Rogers, D Live chat is the best under YouTube for me. Yeah. D Live has some good people over there. I remember, I mean, it's been a couple years since I was there, but there are some cool people over there. Same thing with Twitch. Twitch has its solid group of folks that are always there anytime I stop in. Like that's their chat room. Oh, I will get to that. But the Tuesday show, the actual Tuesday show, I really don't remember who was on. I just remembered what somebody said. Okay, their handle was DC Frankly over on Twitch, and they said that they think Jim Lee and Rich Barris are like they consider them or think of them as a lesbian couple. So I lost my shit because I've never ever come across anybody shipping any of the guests, anybody in the Frankly verse. So like I was all for it. I'm like, you know what? That's great. I like both of those guys. That is so cool. So Jim Lee and Rich Barris as a couple, I ship it. It gotta be there for the little ones because kids grow up so fast. I remember the day you were born in college. You're not in college. Oh my God, you're in college now. What do you mean you're married? Crystal, Twitch is where all the cool kids are. P.S. Someone once told me R.I.P. Frederick Al. Yeah, yeah, Albert. Yeah, he back on last November, the 9th. It was a Thursday. But we got all the way through the show, and it's like the last 15 minutes, and Frank gets serious and says he had heard that Flat Albert was no longer with us. And I thought he was kidding at first. Flat Albert being a troll. I'm like, okay, haha, this is very elaborate. Don't upset Frank like this. This is not cool. And just it took about 5 minutes for it to sink in. And then like his son was in the chat room at the time. And maybe Lisa was there, his wife. I'm not sure, but there was enough going on, at that moment to make me realize, like, no, this is a real thing. He's no longer with us. He unalived himself. R.I.P. Yeah, that was a terrible weekend. That's when well, we found out about him on a Thursday. Friday there was no show. The next day, I had a loss in my personal life, lost a Frankly cat, and then the following Monday, that was the first Monday we only had 1 hour on YouTube. Last November. So this year has been competing very hard for the worst year ever. It's trying very hard to be like 2014. I won't let it. We're almost through it. So yeah, that is a real thing that happened, Crystal. It sucks. Rex T Live chat. I also see on So Dude, Three Beer Men, and other shows. Yeah, yeah, some other folks do go live there. That is true. Yeah, Flat Albert used to say that the Twitch is where all the cool kids are. John Rogers said he had called in a few days before. Oh yeah, Chris is saying, I'm sure Dad remembers me firstborn. Now I'm almost 35 years old and three grandbabies later. Oh, time does fly. Oh my God. Crystal, yeah, that was a rough day. That was it's hard enough to go through. I really did think like this is just a terrible bad joke to be telling on top of Frank telling us that we've only got 1 hour of chat room to look forward to for the foreseeable future. And then to like, have that all hit me and realize it's true. But then, I can't fall apart while the show is still live, so I had to like suck it up real quick and try not to think about what I went through with Gadget Doc and just get through the rest of that show. And it would have been really nice to have had a Friday show, but we already knew that there was not going to be a Friday show. And then it would have been really nice to have had, 2 hours on Monday to be with the Franklies and just deal and not talk about it, but just process the loss in another way. But we didn't have that. We didn't get the 2 hours back until the end of May. Well, we got it at the end. We got it back on April 30th, but it was not official until a month later. That was the worst. Actually, it got worse than that. I don't want to get into that. There's just too much bad happened. Things are on the upswing. Actually, let me turn this around. Oh, Jenna, I've chatted with Albert and his princess in Discord many moons ago. Yeah, yeah, you were there. We would all sit there. It'd be like Flat Albert, Lisa. I remember like Dwayne and Jenny Lee, and we had so many people in there. That was like sometimes it would change out a bit, but it always seemed like a core of folks. And like there's Flat Albert, just sunglasses on, getting drunk, just nodding out with his cup, and just coming back to, slurring his words. It spent a lot of time talking in Discord. Holy shit, John Rogers is saying to Chris, I have a cutout from the paper from when you were born, and he's gonna give it to him. That's intense. Whoa. That is so cool. Like seeing like old paper, like wow, this is as old as I am. But yeah, as bad as things were at the like because my new year starts in October, so that was technically this year for me. So as bad as the year started out, things are on the upswing. And since we're not in August anymore, I can say this now. Because I had a good feeling about August from, I don't know, back in like March or April. And I used to be able to like see things ahead in the future. And then that went away in May of 2014. And then, like I say, I just saw black after New Year's Day. Then I lost my friend. Um, but then I got that feeling, back in March or April that something good was going to happen in August. So, well, that something was going to happen in August. I didn't know if it was good or bad. Assuming it was good, I would like it to be good. Usually I have feelings about bad stuff, but that's what I thought. And it felt strong enough that I could say something about it without it being fear porn. So I told a couple people, not a lot. It's not, nothing had happened yet. You don't tell people, I think something's going to happen. Well, I think you're full of shit. So I just said it to a few people, didn't say it everywhere. But then we go through August. I happen to like August. I like Leo. Time always defaults to a Tuesday in August for me. And in a way, I was wrong. Because one good thing didn't happen. I had three good things happen. And which is correct because three is my lucky number. So you already know one. One of them is that I found out my dad's name. Was not looking for that. Now I know that. Not going to get too deep into it. Don't want to cry. Did that already. Yeah, before that, what happened is I found out that I have a brother. So I found out I have a brother, and actually he's the one who found out my dad's name. Okay, wow. Don't know how to deal with either of those. Wow. And then I was really white knuckling it because of this. The last one is kind of, not as big as the other two, but big in the way that it's healthy, I guess. I don't know. Um, but ever since probably November, for the reasons I just mentioned, or February, maybe February things got even worse. Either since February or November, and I can't remember December. But every single month, I've had, yeah, at least since February, every single month, I've had a nervous breakdown. I know that's not healthy. I had one when I was 17. And then if you go through that, you live in fear of it because you know where your limit is and you know to don't get near it. But every month was just like that, just for whatever reason. And then at some point in the month, and it didn't, it's, okay, I'm a girl. It did not have anything to do with that time of the month. So don't even go there. I was thinking that, but that didn't have anything to do with it. Just life. But every single month, like clockwork. I remember it being June. I'm like, this is not normal. This is not healthy. This cannot continue. So we go all through August, and I was just not, you don't try, you don't think about that. You just try to do everything to avoid it. And I got to, the Saturday show. I'm like, well, wait, let me wait. There's still a little bit of August left. You never know. But it was fine. I had a great night after I went live. I was actually happy, which rarely happens. And how long is this gonna last? And it lasted till about 10:10 when I passed out because I don't go to sleep. I just pass out from exhaustion. That's not healthy. But yeah, so and maybe it's gonna stop. Maybe September. Knock on wood, none of this falling apart stuff. But yeah, just I've got more family than I could have ever imagined, ever thought was possible. Was not looking for this at all. Did not think just again, I think we're going to travel to other planets before things like this will happen in real life, but they did. So I've got more family and getting back on track. Maybe this means things are going to be great for next year. Maybe I'm too optimistic about it. Maybe it was just one good month, and this month is going to be garbage. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't put any expectations on it. I would like things to be good. We'll see. But I can't believe that happened. It was like the last week of the month. I'm like, wait, what didn't happen this month? Oh, together. Trying to figure out what caused that too. The only thing I can really figure, the one thing I did do different, I was taking eating the Yes Cacao, just one of those little bars every day for a month, and it was the purple mellow you out kind. I think there's a koala on the box. I'll bust that stuff out when I review it. Maybe that helped. I didn't feel more calm the whole month. I generally feel stressed out and nerves and on edge, but I that maybe that had something to do with it. I just couldn't feel it. Maybe I don't know. I'm still let me get through half of this month and see how I feel, but whatever it did, it worked. So oh my god. So it was three good things. I was right. Three times. Crystal, yeah, see, because I do notice, well, like every, sorry to talk about girl things, every time of the month is like different. So, I didn't know if that's what it was, but it's happening at different times and just of the month. So it wasn't connected with that. I was paying attention to that. I'm like, wait, maybe it's just hormones. Where am I at in my moons? But it's just, yeah. I was trying to blame it on something else like that, but that wasn't it. I'm like, no, maybe it's just plain old stress. Got through it. 31 days. Dandy, yeah, Frank's chat always helps. Anytime. It doesn't matter how bad of a day I have, but if um, as long as we have, quite frankly, to go to, I'm okay. That's the Yes Cacao. Actually, let me break out the container. So in God, July, I took the brain power one with the owl on the front. And then I was taking last month the Bliss Out koala. He's all zenned out and meditating. Now this one is dark chocolate. The purple one's dark chocolate. The orange one was like regular chocolate. And they have a green one, but it has peppermint in it, which I am allergic to, so I had to skip that. All right. Hide that so I stop staring at it. And it comes in each one of those boxes. It's almost the size of a cassette, and it's got like 5 little bars in there that are like, it's not a high calorie count. I think one of those little bars is like either 44 or 41 calories. It's not going to break your diet. But I would have like just a piece of that every day, right around, let's say noon. Uh yeah, let me get the Yes Cacao site for you. Because for the price I paid for it, I did do like the sexual chocolate 42% discount thing. But it is still, it's, I haven't compared it to everything I've ever bought, but I would say it's probably the most expensive chocolate I've bought. But it's, it's quite frankly, they sponsor the show. I'm not sponsored by them, but let me get you the link to Yes Cacao. This guy, he was just on, quite frankly, I forget when. He's a guest sometimes, you know him. Yeah, that's Yes Cacao. Tell him the purple top hat sent you. No, I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna help you out at all. Now they do. After I did order, I was getting emails from them like, "Hey, 30% off the whole site. Hey, 15% off this." And like they sell those shirts. Frank wears the shirt on the show sometimes. Some crazy energy coming from the sun. Also, Crystal says, "Yeah, yeah, Jenna, yeah, check them out. I mean, try the the other one if you can have. I don't know, cause like sometimes they'll put peppermint and stuff. I can't even taste it, so I can eat it. But if I can taste it or smell it, that's just an instant migraine. No, I can't pay for that. I would have had to have given it away. I don't know if it has heavy metals in it. It does list the ingredients on the site. It's got the ingredients on the container. Uh, Handmade in California. Wild cacao, bliss out formula, kava, vanilla, turmeric, coriander, GABA tea, blue lotus, wild cacao butter, sun-dried cane sugar, sea salt, and these all have like most of these have an asterisk by them, so they're organic, 84% dark chocolate. Now, like it's good. It's good. I know. Yeah. See, that's the thing, Jenna. I see. I got on when he had that. It was his birthday, and he was 42, so he had a 42% off discount on the site. And that's why I ordered it. I was thinking about trying it before, but the price and my income, so I didn't at the time. But then that came up. I'm like, I'm gonna try it anyway. I've got a channel anyway. I can review it. So yeah. I would say, like maybe they're gonna do like wait till around Christmas time. Maybe they're gonna do a deal, or you can just white knuckle it and wait until next. I think the sun was in Cancer. His birthday's on a cusp. Maybe he'll do like a 43% discount next year. You can get in on that. But what I was gonna order was like $30, but then it was like $10 shipping and handling. I don't like to pay shipping and handling, so I just got double what I was gonna get, which was like 60 some bucks. But I wasn't paying it for shipping and handling. I was like, cool. And then that worked out if I took a bar every day. That's enough for 30 days. And that's how I did it. But yeah, if you try the green kind, let me know how that goes, how it tastes. It was a sexual chocolate. I've got it in what one of the, because it depends how you had to. It was just for like that weekend, but it was all like no spaces, all caps, something like that. Yeah, who knows? Maybe it'll work again, or email them like, "Hey man, hook me up with that code. You said we could use it, and then this girl from Quite Frankly said that." Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. You know us, man. Hey, you're the guy who looks like Chris Cornell and Ben Stiller had a love child. You figure it out. I don't. Yeah, it depends. What your income is, since it is pricey. But again, it's not just like sitting there and eating a Hershey bar, a Nestle bar, just Ghirardelli, whatever. It does have those benefits to it, and at least the orange stuff. After about a week, I noticed a difference. I was like concentrating more, like I was more focused, and I didn't know why. I'm like, what am I doing differently? Oh, this. Yeah, get a backup chat room. And then Wednesday, that's when it was Frank was live on Instagram. And I think I told you about how much fun that was. Just gah! So I'm not gonna pull it up on the TV, so it's just all on the laptop. And then it's like, oh, that space between the comments, and you can't scroll back up, so it's intense. And like some of the people had the same handles, so I kind of recognize people. That's right, Crystal. And I got a handwritten thank you note. That was nice. They did. Wait, do I? Maybe I took it out. I know I have that. They also sent me, it had two of these, they're stickers. Yes, Cacao. Just a couple of little stickers. Like, hey, free stickers. And I didn't have to vote. I just will review that live one day. Yeah, they did do a handwritten note. Now, I think I got it saved somewhere because it was handwritten. I wanted to keep it flat and special. Yeah. And then, like they ship it so it's not going to melt on you. So I'm like, here I am buying chocolate in the middle of the summer. How's this going to show up? But it was fine. Yeah, Frank is on Instagram. Well, Frank's on a lot of social media. And then he is very active on his Instagram. He's always posting just little aside stuff, things that you would not see him post on. It's not going to be on a community post on YouTube, that sort of a thing. But I personally need to get on Instagram a little bit more since there are folks on there. And I know it's connected to you or to Facebook. I know, I know. Meta. I honestly never did a whole lot with Instagram, but I've got it. Okay. Okay, yeah, Thursday then. This was again just kicking it on Twitch with the it's a smaller room, but that's okay. You can get to know people in a smaller room better, and it's not like they're strangers. I've seen them in there before. I'm just gonna drop everything. Too much gravity lately. I do like that handwritten note. That's a nice touch. Yeah, somebody said that they want me there on Twitch more regularly. They're like, well, I hope you're thinking about making this a regular thing or whatever the comment was. And so I told them this, so I'll tell you guys this too. I don't know if I've said this before, if I've just thought it a lot. But like I say, after New Year, after Frank's off for a week and comes back, I do want to spend 1 week, in an additional chat room. Of course, stay on YouTube, but then check out the chat rooms on the other platforms for a week at a time. See what's going on in there. Just get a feel for it. See who's in there, just to experience it, basically. So after doing that, that will take like 2 months, 2.5 months to go through, which will get us right around the middle of January, let's say. So hopefully by then I will be used to having that second room open again the way I always used to do it. And then once I get done with the chat room tour, from then on, I would like to be in at least 2 chat rooms at the same time. And those chat rooms would be YouTube and Twitch. So that's, getting ahead of myself. It might not happen. It honestly, it depends on how my eyes are. If my eyes can handle it, I'll do it. If they're still too weak, then I just can't. But that should be good practice for it. So that is the plan for next year, to do the 2 chat rooms thing the way I was doing for a year or so, however long we were always over on Theta. I'll have to ask the folks that were over there to see if they remember, because I sort of, how great my memory is, so they can help out a little bit to help me recall, just to get everything in order. Because I don't know if it was a year or two. That would have ended. I don't know. Yeah, it's just it's too big. But I would like to do that. And again, if I could have a computer with enough monitors to see all the chat rooms at once, I would do that. Not even to chat in all of them, just to observe, just to see everyone, since we are children of divorce. If you've been around long enough, it would be nice to see everybody in one place again while I'm alive. And if the closest I can get to that is just to have many monitors running with many chat rooms, then I'll take it. That would be like time travel. That would be like, there's no words for what that would be like. People before us didn't have to live this way. There aren't words for the things we experience in this day and age. And I really do hope, I didn't say anything. I assume people do have like some kind of alarm set on their phone for 7 p.m. because even if you do follow Frank on Twitch, the live notification, sometimes that won't go out until he's been on for like 3 minutes, 4 minutes, and then it chimes off. Like, no, that is way too late. So always have that. I've got my frankincense alarm on my phone. I've had that since maybe 2019, maybe before. So always have an alarm set, because even YouTube will shut off your notifications. It will unsubscribe you from Quite Frankly. That is something they will do. After a few years, they stop, but for me, they would turn off my notifications just for Quite Frankly at least once a year. Crystal, yeah, I do for Frank. Yeah, got it. Because I've got my alarm set for about 6:15, 6:20, and then I expect the 6:30 chime to go off for, you get the notification half an hour before a channel goes live, but was not having that last week. So it's like, no, I really got to pay attention to the time. I don't want it to, sometimes that hour before the show goes slow. Sometimes it goes really fast. Oh, Chris, it did for you. That's good. Because again, I'll get like the YouTube notification, I'll get Twitch, and I'll get Twitter. And then Friday was the well, Matt McCat was on, and then Frank and Matt both had some bug killing tips, some like these bugs that come over from China or wherever. And Frank's talking about like you can't sneak up on them, you gotta go at them head on because they're wise to those back attacks. So that's good if you're, cause especially in the summertime, there's all kinds of things flying around. And like I couldn't have that happening in here, so I have to know how to kill anything that comes into the room. You can't interrupt the show. I do not need a co-host. No children and no pets. Bugs count as pets. But actually, in the Twitch chat room, I kind of wanted to ask if there was any more of this, but I was afraid of the answers I would get. But somebody mentioned that, hmm. Oh no, okay, I wrote it down right. Their screen name is, and I've seen this person around. Well, I won't read the full screen name. Rick Fulton. Something about this person, like they're in high spirits and they wish him luck. I'm like, oh my God, are they sick? Did they get hurt? What happened? And I guess this fella has a lung cancer, but he is in high spirits and he's going through the treatment, getting through it. And so, I wish him the best. I hope he'll be okay. And I heard that from this is assume it's a guy because there's a man's name in the handle. It could be a girl, it doesn't matter. We owe you Bill Cooper. Oh, that's the person that was telling me about Rick. And then they also said that like they're one of those people that are, they don't want to be on every single platform, so they just really watch Frank on Twitch. So that's what got me thinking, well, hey, if I do stream on Twitch, there's folks like this guy, there's other folks who would like to catch my show, don't want to deal with YouTube. So that's really got me thinking on Friday, like, hey, I really need to start considering Twitch as an option to stream on since I was thinking about that already. Jenna Lantern flies, yeah. They have all those spots on them. Patrick, yeah, easy here as Frank comes on at midnight, yeah. Oh, it's so late. That's not too bad. I had to watch, quite frankly, at 1 a.m. for a week. And that's okay because I didn't have to like get up for a job at 6 a.m. But that's got to be tough. What if you're living over in like Bulgaria or Poland and you're frankly and you've got to wait and watch the show at 2 a.m. More power to you. Oh man. It's kind of worth it because Frank does kind of have that. He's not like a hyper guy, but he's got that energy. So even if you're kind of sleepy, it kind of perks you up. Like, hey, what's this guy have to talk about at 2 in the morning? And then that's got to be weird in the summertime because it's still light out for Frank, but then it's night out there. I didn't even think of that because I was watching in October. And then the Wi Fi was not that good, so I kind of missed half of every show. I remember that now. That damn hotel. I would do it again. If you get a chance to travel out of the country, take somebody with you. Oh, and then somebody had asked what my peak viewers were, something like that for the live shows. So I went over and looked for this is for all of the live shows together. This is not just for like one or for the last month, but on the whole for all of my live shows, my peak viewership is 20 with an average of 8. Now that does not sound like that might not sound like anything to you. That's a lot of people. When I first started going to quite frankly, to Zadalza, and it was on Ustream, if we had double digits, that was a crowd. We were used to, 5 people, maybe like one other person would show up. Okay, some people didn't, maybe somebody slept in. Okay, it's just 3 of us. But so if I have like double digits, like that's like having triple digits because just doing double digits is amazing, especially with my sub count. You would think with the sub count of 171 the people showing up would be lower. I assume I don't know if the average is. I know you see a channel with like like this. They got thousands of. Well, look at Jim Lee. He's got thousands and thousands. He's got a K after his subscribers. But you go to a live show and it's like less than 100 people. I don't know who watches after the fact because those that does do numbers. But like as far as being there live, it's like where is everybody? Crystal Pistol. I'd be watching the replay. Yeah. Cozy Bar Crowd, Dandy says, yeah, nothing too intense. And what is activated charcoal? Frank tweeted about it that he had, like, thank God for activated charcoal. And then he's got it sounded like he was coming down with a cold, like last night or today, but he's doing okay. Because the only thing I know activated charcoal does is when you hear about people overdosing and they got to get like their stomach pumped, they give them that. So I don't, they put charcoal in everything. I don't know why. What I understood was that it blocks chemicals from getting into your body. So what I heard was that you shouldn't take activated charcoal would stop your medications from working. So I mean, I don't take medications, but I do take. You've seen my supplements, so like I don't need that blocking those. I'm unhealthy as it is. Patrick, you need to put it out there more in Frank's chat. Oh, okay, yeah. I don't want to. I really don't want to step on toes or have new people coming in thinking like, who is this mod chick talking about her channel? Who gives a fuck? We're here for quite frankly. Shut up, bitch. So I don't want to piss people off, but I hear what you're saying, Patrick. I gotta get it out there a bit more. Jenna, yeah, it induces vomiting. And then I might be getting ahead of myself, which is what I always do. I was sort of thinking about this, but as the sub count goes up, once I do get if and when I do get to 500 subscribers, it will allow me to sell merch. What kind of merch do you want from me? Because okay, everybody sells shirts. Okay, so like logos or like phrases or like coffee mugs because everybody drinks coffee. I have coffee mugs that I got just because they are merch. So like I get it, but I don't know what people want from me. Like I really can't sell purple top hats. I don't have the patent on that. So it wouldn't be like exclusive hats for me. I don't know what people want. I don't know, like I know the merch that say Frank has, but I don't know what sells. So just putting that out there, I don't know just what people want. Whether it's like practical things or silly things, and I'm just sort of really honestly just spitballing this sort of for the first time. I don't want to put my face on merchandise. That's not going to get me very far. But it just like as far as like products or like because I do have my things that I say in the chat room that are basically catchphrases. But I don't know what people buy. I'll put it like that. Like I buy food. I can't sell food. Here I made cookies. No, I'm not gonna make cookies. Oh, tumblers are always good. All right, tumblers. Like I couldn't come out with my own like my own whiskey or a cigar or I doubt that I'm gonna be coming out with my own coffee. At least not in the near future. Everybody sells coffee. Patrick, yeah, that's true. Yeah, self-advertising is not treading on someone's toes, really. Yeah, you are true. You're true. Oh, dandy. Yeah, I need a Nikki sticker to go next to my Frank sticker on my car. Okay, yeah, stickers. That's cool. Chris, yeah, I don't feel bad about promoting your channel. At least you're actually talking about, quite frankly. Yeah, I mean, I do talk about. I wouldn't, would not have even started a channel without Frankly's. I had no plan to ever release videos as not on YouTube after what they did to Frank in 2020. But then this year happened. Stainless steel, double insulated. Oh yeah, steel. Steel. Can I not type speak? Right. Talk. I gotta move away from the crazies and then hold down the fort. Oh, Nikki's balcony blonde. I like that. It would be a light roast. I would do espresso. I need the caffeine or like a light roast. I know they do like coffee that's infused with THC or something like that, but I'm like, well, what's the damn point of that? You've got like half of it's an upper and half of it's a downer, so you just even out. John Rogers, yeah. Anymore, I think everyone sells coffee. Everybody does. Frank does. My dad does. Uh, does he have two kinds of coffee? He was selling hot chocolate, but I don't think that. Wait, did that shop close? I don't know what I shouldn't talk about that. I don't know too much about. I entered a competition. It was like one entry per person. You could win some a Florida Man coffee T-shirts and a bag of the hot chocolate. Don't know when that ends. Don't know if I'm gonna win. We'll see. If I'm sitting here in a blue shirt that has that looks like it's from the 90s and has like a palm tree on it, then you'll know I won. Effing family blend. Yeah, that will work. Coffees and cups and stickers or like I really couldn't sell baseball caps. I'm not a ball cap wearer. I don't know. I mean, if whatever people want, except pants, can't sell pants. Frank can't sell pants. I would never sell pants. Anything else, Frank could even sell. He could sell like bikinis and stuff like that, so girls can have his face on themselves while they're on the beach. Wow, Lisa's talking about she's up in Alaska. She's like, this place is vast and varied. We have rainforest areas, islands, interior, coastal, Arctic, etc. Or et al. Massive state, low population. Chris, since we all deal with cold, a Nikki hoodie with the pants off command and a purple top hat. Yeah, hoodies, definitely. Warm clothes, long sleeve damn shirts so I can wear them. Yeah, that's the thing. I could not have my face as a logo on something because then I'd be wearing my own face on a shirt like that kid from South Park. Patrick, yeah, it's like you're quite funny. You Americans obsess about coffee as much as us Brits do about tea. Yeah, it's as on as Americans are about different blends and styles of coffee. And sorry about that alarm. Um, it's you go across the pond and they're that way about tea. So start talking about like sweet tea, and they're like, "Why is it in a jug? Do you take it home and heat it? No, you drink it cold. Why would you drink tea cold?" Also, PJ bottoms that look like legs. So we can say we took our pants off. That's like I like these, like when it's like it's just a plain white t-shirt, but it looks like, it's like from the neck down, like a sexy girl in like a bikini or a bathing suit or something like that. That's cute. I like that. All right. Yeah, or if I start selling international, I could come up with a tea. No, I don't know how to get into tea. I like tea. I drink tea. I drink coffee too. I just don't drink them regularly. I get my caffeine from pills. Yeah, is there a does look like just a regular Frankly week next week, except for Wednesday. We've got Tenant Media. So that's when we go to Tenant Media. And at 9 p.m., it's after Quite Frankly. And Frank hosts for about a half an hour. Morning Sickness Matt tries to get him to stay on a little bit longer. But that show is about an hour, hour and a half. Chat room is usually different people. Some of the folks are the same. They are getting used to us. They're super chill. They let us take our pants off. They don't mind if we smoke out on the balcony. One of the chillest chat rooms I've been in, aside from the Frankly ones. Oh, I drank cold brewed tea today. That sounds good. Dandy, I know people that drink tea. That's a very American thing to say. Like, I know people that drink tea in this country. Oh my God. Yeah. I miss Sweet Sun tea. Just can't drink it anymore. Yeah. I like the way sweet tea tastes, and then I think about all the sugar I'm drinking. It's like, I should slow down with this. I drink my tea with nothing in it. Yeah, I drink it straight. I used to put honey in it, but anymore I just drink it as is. Like I don't add sugar or any kind of cream to it. Pants off tea, that's right. Pants off tea. And that's even funnier in the UK because pants means underwear for them. Yeah, Crystal, yeah, take it easy. Have a great night. When I was in school in England, oh, convent nun run, no less. We had tea time every morning at 10 a.m. That's a good time. Yeah, tea's okay. It depends. Honestly, it depends how much caffeine is in it when it comes to tea or coffee. So, like, yeah, it is kind of a taste thing, but not that I need the extra caffeine because I already have my caffeine pill, but I do consider how much caffeine is in other things. With strategic saucer placements, yeah, I need to start selling like cups and saucers and just yeah, get some chick to pose with those for the advertisement. Chris, you said you drink your tea straight. I like mine when it's confused and don't know what gender to identify with. I want the gay tea. I want the tea that's looking at all like the children's food. No, no, that's messed up. Patrick, in Britain, a cup of tea solves all ills. Any emergency requires the kettle being put on. Yeah, they rush into the emergency room. You hear kettles like whistling. You know you're going to be okay. That's how they do things in the UK. It's very chill. And yeah, smash the like button if you haven't already. I know you already did. I don't even have to check. Leave a comment if there's any other merch ideas you have, anything like that. Throw it in the comments. I always see all those, and we can start getting things together. I'll get to 500 subscribers before I know it, and if I get merch before then, I could always drop the handle somewhere else. And spray your wounds with Windex. Yeah, that can't hurt. To me, depending on how hot it is on my coffee drinking. Yeah, it does not need to be scalding hot coffee. I don't need to burn. I don't need to feel like the skin of my mouth and the roof of my mouth coming down after I take a drink. Wooden combs. I really ought to do hats considering my hair situation. That's all right. And of course, always always stutter over your words. Always support your favorite content creators. Like the streams or like the videos. Subscribe with all notifications on. And share and comment. Yeah, in the woods, make sure you wipe with poison ivy. Always do that. It's tradition. My Big Fat Greek Wedding. The Windex thingy came from that movie. Oh, I have not seen that movie. Okay. That would explain that. All right. Yeah, this was a little bit too much fun. Gotta wait as of right now, it just looks like, again, just the rest of the week. Then we get to next Saturday. And that's the other show I go to. So I love seeing all you guys. And he's usually doesn't go live this early. Get in the middle of the shot. Anything like American Pie, I glued myself to myself. Oh no! Oh, great movie. So you have a great night, and we'll do the quite frankly thing for the rest of the week. And yeah, just take it easy. Enjoy the last bit of the holiday evening, or enjoy your Tuesday if you're in Tuesday already. Yeah, I love you guys. Keep fighting the good fight. And until next time.